I Don't Get It
Podcast.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the I Don't Get It podcast. This is Lauren, and I have allergies, so
Wait, what do you mean you have allergies?
I knew Naz would not understand
I know.
allergies.
I was just gonna say, oh my god, this is the most Naz thing ever because it's Florida.
No, I have
Florida
allergies.
and
No, I know you
California.
have allergies to things, but like pollen, like spring is blooming. Things,
Oh, got it.
Like in other parts of the country,
There's
people
things
aren't
in the
used
air.
to things always being in bloom. So when they start to bloom, I have a reaction. My throat is itchy as fuck. My nose is like all bloody because I keep picking it because it's so itchy.
The way that Lauren picks her nose is like a true coke addict.
Wait, why? She uses her pinky nail?
She does. She
yeah.
only uses her pinky, and then she uses like a scoop nail.
Ew. Lauren, you should get an acrylic longer on your pinky.
Well, I got them all
just
long,
to use it to pick
but-
nose.
So we're good.
Ew,
you can use it to pick your nose.
Me.
So anyways, I'm a little congested.
It's hilarious. Like, okay, so I've never had a runny nose like my whole life. Like ever. Oh, also, I have to, okay, wait. Can I backtrack and tell you guys about something I've discovered about myself now dating this guy that I'm dating?
Yeah.
So he wakes up and he blows his nose
Me too.
We do too.
every morning. And I realized that I have never, ever really blown my nose.
Oh my god.
Well, okay,
And so he's
let her
like,
talk.
and so he's like, you need to blow your nose. And so I tried, and guys, I can't. Like, nothing comes out. I don't know if it's the size of my nostril. I physically cannot blow my nose. I've tried, nothing comes out, and I know that I'm congested up there. And
There's
it's
nothing
so
in
frustrating.
your nose. There's nothing in your nose. You're congested, like your nostrils are swollen, but there's nothing in there to blow.
But Lauren, I think my boogers get hardened and they stick to the wall of my nose, so I have to physically pick them out. What does that mean about
That's exactly
me?
why you need a Coke nail.
Ew.
So I never realized I don't get blowing your nose.
I was
I
driving
don't
here and
blow-
I was like scratching the back of my throat with my tongue. Do you guys do that? I mean, Ashley, I guess.
Yeah,
you-
like this, like this, like
yes, of course I do.
Yeah. Exactly.
like that.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying.
Some people can't do that.
That's
What?
why
How do
that's
you
why
know
I
that?
asked. I know some people can't do that. That's why I asked.
Wait, really?
Because I've done it, and someone was like, "How are you doing that?" And I'm like, "I physically cannot explain in words. It's just something that my body does. I can't even describe to you how to do it."
Yeah, it's exactly. So I was doing it the whole way here, and I was thinking maybe that's something you couldn't do because you're perfect, and
You're so annoying.
and like you don't get an itchy nose, and you've never blown your nose.
So wait, when you have a cold, how do you feel better?
Oh wait, that is. Thank you for bringing that up. So when I do have a cold, I am extremely congested, and yes, I have blown my nose then. But I mean, just like regularly in life.
Yeah.
And the reason why I thought of this is because for the last year, I've actually had a runny nose, which has been so annoying because of COVID.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, isn't that a symptom? But I haven't had it. I've been tested multiple jillion times. And I've even gotten, the test to see if you have the antibodies, like if I've ever had it, never had it. And like, I don't know why all of a sudden this past year I started getting a runny nose.
Well, I would say to your new boo, I wouldn't start blowing your nose because I feel like that's going to start things, it's going to make you have to blow your nose. And if you don't have to, then don't start,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Do you guys
mostly-
blow your nose?
Yes,
Yeah.
every morning for sure. But like Lauren and I are just like congested people.
I would love to know in the Facebook group if people like, if you blow your nose or not. I'd love to know.
We'll ask.
Okay,
We'll ask.
but
the
like
Facebook
my
group.
congestion is usually not from boogers and mostly from like just my sinuses being large. You know that's why your nose is usually stuffed. It's because your
interesting.
sinuses in here are like They're swell. They're
swell.
swollen.
They're so swell.
So that's why it's like you get relief for like a second and then it's just back together.
Yeah.
Back together. They're just
together.
They're back to swell.
back to swell.
Back to swell.
Anything else in your life, Naz, that you can regale us with?
Well, my birthday's
Besides
coming
that.
up, and I'm excited we have a ramble because when Ashley and I were together for the last week ever in life, no, I'm just kidding. When she was here for her birthday before she moved to the dark side, we wrote down a bunch of I don't get it's, but I will say before we jump into that, turning 31, I feel like I grew so much in the last year, like truly. Like the most, like 30 was actually one of the best years of my life, even though it was like one of the saddest and most lonely. I don't know. I feel like I've worked through so much of my insecurities. And like, you guys know, my parents were just here and I really worked on accepting them for who they are, which has been like so hard for me to do. And yeah, I think I'm like really becoming a better person, guys.
Amazing,
I'm just realizing that. But yeah, I'm happier because
you're a good person all the time.
No, I know, but I think I held so much resentment against my parents because I felt like I didn't really belong when I was like littler, but they really did so much for me. And so having them here was just such a good lesson in like patience and humility and accepting people for who they are and like knowing that your parents are just doing the best they could with what they had. Yeah. But it's also interesting now dating someone. When you date someone, I'm learning it's so scary because they're sort of like a mirror to you of like all your worst qualities. It's like the person you're dating will like point out, or you'll quickly learn like all the bad things about you.
So wait, what has he said that's bad about you?
Well, so I was going to go into
I don't
this.
think he says anything. I think she realizes things.
Well, yeah. Well, actually, we had a talk yesterday that was interesting. So you know how we did the podcast on attachment styles?
Yeah.
So I've learned that like my dad, I've shared this before, was very smothering and like is amazing. That's not a bad thing, but like it actually affected me in a way where like he was like, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're the best, like every day, all the time. And even when he was here, he would do it all the time, which yes, is amazing. But I think it really, I seek validation so much because I grew up with it all the time.
That makes sense.
And that's not good. And I think that is a reason why I had an anxious attachment style. And I've noticed dating this person, I've never gotten a chance to like really get this close to someone. Either I'll send him a picture of me on E or something. And like, I expect him to be like, you're stunning, you're amazing, you're beautiful. And like, over this we spent this past weekend together and I was like, do I look pretty? Like, like all this stuff. And it was, we joke around and I think most women say that, but I think I do it maybe a lot. And it was really cool actually. Like he told me, he's like, you don't like need to do that. Like he basically was like, it's not a good look. Oh. And I kind of agree with him. It's like, I don't need to hear that every day all the time. I should just want to hear it in moments when it matters and when it's special, like I dressed up for dinner and he was like, oh my God, like in those moments, I don't need it every second, every minute of the day. And so that's something that I've learned about myself. And I think I sort of expected, and that's why I get super anxious in jobs and, the perfectionism, because I just want people to tell me I'm amazing and perfect all the time, which is so unhealthy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's a lot to unpack. Kind of.
It was a lot. I've learned so much.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I feel like if someone said it to me, I'd feel like sad. Like, oh, I didn't mean it. Like, I'm not begging for your attention and your compliments. This is my insecurity for sure.
Well, so it was funny. Yeah. So he goes, so we like dove into it, which was cool. So he's like, do you think it's insecurity or ego? And I actually think like back in the day it was insecurity.
Yeah.
But I think now I'm like, no, I think I'm an attractive person. Yeah. I think I'm smart. I think I have a lot to offer. And I'm like, to be honest with you, it might just be like ego, and it might just be something that I was used to getting all the time. Yeah. That I feel like I need all the time. But I actually prefer what he was saying. He's like, if I said it every day, it wouldn't mean anything.
True.
And I'm like, that's kind of true,
Well, I like that you took the criticism. And you're not mad about it.
No, I'm very receptive. I think I was also very hot-headed and impatient, and I was so sensitive, and I still am, but I'd be quick to be like offended by something, or I'd think in my 20s at least everything was happening to me. I'd take everything so personally. If a friend couldn't hang out, if someone did so, and now I'm just like, it's not about you. Yeah. It's like the world is fine. People love you. Grow up. It's going to be okay. And like, you're fine on your own.
You obviously looked amazing at like the Golden Globes and the Grammys. The Grammys, yeah. And everyone told you that, and you looked bomb, but like you kind of wanted it from him.
I think, well, he did say it. I think that it's just an example of like, when I sent it, that's what I was expecting back. Do you know what I mean?
Got it. Yes.
Like, it's like,
so what did he say?
What did he say back?
Well, he said, like, you look beautiful. Wow, you killed it. You're amazing. Yeah. But it's just like, had he not, I'd be like, You know,
Right.
like it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
it's
yeah.
it's more of a need. It's like in the middle of a need and a want.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys ever feel like that with like the people, you know, you're married to and dating, like that you just want to hear that all the time? Do they say that all the time?
If I walk around naked, I would be mad if he didn't go a bazooka.
No, that is true. Because if I do walk around in a thong and I'm waiting for your booty looks good, I am
obviously.
waiting for it for sure. And then sometimes I'll be like, there's been a few times where I've been like, are you serious? Like, you're not going to say anything right now?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like when
and
when the day comes where they stop saying like, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta stop eating.
Yeah. Well, I just want to preface it like he does say this, so it's not that he doesn't. It's more just like I'm asking for it a lot. I'm like, do you think I look? You know, and it's like you don't need to ask. Is more what I mean.
Very good development.
Yes,
I like
learning
it.
a lot of things.
I like
But
it a
back
lot.
to
That's why 30s are the best.
they really are. So the first thing we wrote on this list during Ashley's birthday earlier this month was pancakes for birthday.
Okay.
Ashley, why did we write this down?
So first off, okay, we had this conversation. So we were at dinner and Naz and I were, again, talking about how cake is overrated, even though this year there's been a change in me and now I think cake is pretty great. But she was like, pancakes are far superior to cake. And I have to say that IHOP pancakes are superior to cake in all instances. And Jared had been planning on getting me IHOP pancakes in bed for my birthday, and a day before we were at dinner talking about this, and he was like, "Oh my God, Naz, she's spoiling the surprise because now she's already in her head thinking how wonderful would it be to have pancakes on my birthday." And well, there they were the next morning. It was pretty awesome.
It was the cutest thing
Wait,
ever.
did he come up with the idea before you brought
Yeah,
it up?
that's why
he
he was
did.
like, "Damn it." Like, I wanted it to be a total surprise. Now, like, pancakes are in her head.
And if you didn't get them, you'd be like, "Oh, where are the pancakes I just said I wanted?" Although you already planned them.
It was a very nice surprise.
Very good.
But
Oh, delicious.
it was...
Let's dive into the
but
psyche,
pancakes.
though.
But pancakes over cake is kind of like the debate here.
Yes,
She said, why don't we have birthday pancakes instead of birthday cake?
And the thing is, a pancake is a cake, right? Pancake.
Yeah.
Why do I like pancakes and why do I not like cake? I think it's the same reason I like smash burgers. I think it's just thinly pressed. I don't know. I guess I just like really thin
I think
things,
you're right.
baby.
I think you're right. It is about that. It's
it's
about
not like
the
this
density.
whole spongy. Yeah.
Yes.
It's so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the butter you put on it.
And like, plus,
with the
I
syrup.
think I know I might be like people might be thinking I'm crazy, but I know a lot of people agree with me. I don't like the frosting part of the cupcake. Like, I like frosting, but like like a sliver of it, just the way I'd want syrup. I don't need like a whole inch of frosting. So maybe like you and I both like more of like a plain, just the cakiness, and that's what we get from a pancake.
I do like frosting. If it's funfetti one, I will eat the entire thing because funfetti doesn't count in this conversation. And carrot cake is my favorite, and actually the only cake I really like. And I like cream cheese frosting. I love
cream cheese frosting is the best. All right, so do you guys agree with us? Pancakes over... Yeah,
Lauren,
pancakes
what do you
over.
think?
I mean,
over cake.
now that you brought up carrot cake, I would say carrot cake over pancakes.
But for me,
Oh,
it's
me too,
specifically
me too.
IHOP pancakes. It's got to be IHOP pancakes because like everything else is hit or miss.
Because it's not as dense. The ones you make at home are a little bit thicker.
Yeah, and they're
Right.
not as. There's something about the top; it's a little harder than
Yeah, it's like a little crispy edge on
we
the
don't
top.
like that crispy top.
Because overall, I would prefer waffles over pancakes, but not over IHOP pancakes because IHOP.
I think I
pancakes over
prefer
everything.
pancakes over waffles, maybe.
I've been thinking about waffles so much lately, like to the point where I was going to go to Target and buy a waffle maker.
See, here's my thing. It has to be a waffle maker. Like frozen waffles, no. It's
No.
like eating cardboard. Like a real waffle from Waffle House is literally
That's what
the
we were talking
greatest
about.
thing you will put in your mouth. Actually, but we also have to backtrack because we forgot to mention about pancakes is that we like plain pancakes, not the
Yes.
ones with all the
Yeah.
stuff in it.
No stuff. Okay, I could put chocolate chip pancakes in my homemade pancakes.
but that's
and
for
that
dessert.
really-
That's not for breakfast.
that really turns out
Exactly.
well. But like people who like the blueberry and pumpkin pancakes, it's like no, be class. I don't get it.
I don't want
I don't get it.
strawberries. I don't
get it.
want ice cream. I don't want caramel. I want it plain. original.
It's so good on its own. It's like, don't mess up a classic.
Now, I thought that Waffle House pancakes were waffles were relatively thin.
The Waffle House waffle?
Yeah, waffle. Is that what I said?
Yeah.
I remember it being pretty decent sized, actually. I don't remember it
They
being...
were huge, but kind of thin.
Oh, okay. Maybe they are. You know what? I haven't had one in so long. I
haven't
can't
eaten at a Waffle House ever in my
Lauren,
life.
we went once in honor of Donnie Wahlberg because he used to have New Kids on the Block after parties at Waffle Houses. So Lauren and I
told me that.
were driving from Richmond or something, and we stopped at a Waffle House to just see what it was all about.
I don't remember anything about it. Also, I realize that I have blackouts of my life. I don't remember a lot of things.
Stop.
Well, that's me. You guys remember your whole childhood. I forget so much of mine.
Yeah.
Well, that is sad, Lauren. We were forgetting some iconic moments in our lives because we're just so old and so much has happened since.
Like
also, there was just one time
you don't document it. Like before the iPhone, you didn't document everything. If I documented the sick arrival of us traveling with New Kids on their tour bus from Baltimore to Philadelphia, I would have remembered it because I'd have the photos. But there was no pictures. There was no video.
No pictures. Lauren, as a high schooler, was picked
My
up.
mom picked me up early to go meet Donnie in Baltimore.
Your mom's amazing. Your mom, that is literally the coolest mom ever.
I know, but also my therapist begs to differ.
She's literally
that was totally different. That was the most innocent stuff ever.
I know.
Your mom is Regina George's mom. Mm-hmm, she's Amy Poehler Finger. She's a cool mom.
That is so funny.
Yeah.
Okay,
she didn't let us drink.
Well, duh.
Regina George's mom brought in my. Actually, no, they were non-alcoholic, but
oh yeah, non-alcoholic.
Okay, so what else? What else is on our list?
Okay, so pancakes for birthday. This one, I experienced firsthand. So the last time Ashley and Jared and I went to dinner together in LA a couple weeks ago, they wouldn't sit me until Ashley and Jared got there.
They wouldn't see you.
And I don't understand waiting for the rest of your party. I don't understand. If you're a hostess and you're listening to this, feel free to chime in. I'm definitely open to hearing why. But I'm there. Please just let me sit down.
But Jared worked in the restaurant industry for 8 years or something, and he still didn't understand the point of this. I think it has to do with people, what if they show up and then the rest of their party is a half an hour late and they're slammed that night and they can't hold the table that long?
Well,
I think it's kind of a way for the solo person that was on time to reserve the table when friends are running late. I think that's the concern.
This is where I don't get it. So me and a couple friends went to have pizza the other night outdoors, and there were 4 of us and 3 of us were there. Oh. And they wouldn't see us until the 4th person's there.
And to me, that person never came, then you 3 of you would still sit and eat. It's not like they would give it the
That's
table.
what I'm saying. It's the most of us are here. I think it should be if 75 to 80% of the party is there, they should be sat.
They didn't let you sit if you were waiting on 2 people.
We're waiting on 1 person.
No, that's such bullshit.
I don't know.
That's
I'd
what
love
I
to
mean.
hear from someone who actually knows the answer, because there could be little things how should this waitress or waiter wait on you for the extra amount of time when he could just do it all at once, or she could do it all at once.
I think what's courteous in situations where somebody is late is to order, ask if they're really late, then show them the menu and order for them.
Right. Or at least sit down and order an appetizer so you're getting things going, or order some drinks. Yeah. Right. Which I would absolutely do, but it's come on, just seat us. It's freezing out here. You know? I need a heater.
Nikita?
All right. I need a heater.
Oh, I thought you said Nikita, and I was like, no. John?
That'd be funny.
Okay.
Okay. I wrote 7:30 a.m. Why did I write that?
I don't know. I think it was something about becoming an adult and waking up at a time.
Oh, yes. So I have noticed now, being an elder 30-year-old, almost 31 in a couple days, I have noticed that I can start text message chains and conversations with almost everyone in my life at around 7:30 a.m. And I felt like a fucking adult in that moment. I remember I was talking to
like people all
like
people are up?
everybody's responding by
like
7:30.
all of my friends are up. So if I need to text them, like I remember having 3 different conversations that I fell asleep with from the night before, you know, like you just fall asleep. And I picked them back up the next morning, like when I woke up, thinking they'd get back to me later, and everyone responded. And I was like, oh, I'm officially old. All my friends are awake at 7:30 a.m.
Oh, wow. I'm not there yet.
We're just not going to be those people for you. We're so sorry, but like,
well,
it's just
thank
not
God
gonna
you're
happen.
3 hours ahead. Now I
know.
can always text you at 7:30 a.m.
I feel like pretty good by saying you could probably text me at 9:30. I mean, I'm on East Coast or West Coast time right now mentally still, so it takes a bit. But like, I think on the West Coast, I would almost always wake up by 9. But I think that's pretty good if I'm naturally waking up by 9.
Yeah,
because you and me, Lauren, a couple of years ago, if we could sleep until whenever, we'd probably sleep closer to 11.
Oh my God, we
to 11.
Like, wake up at 1 sometimes.
Yeah,
That's crazy. That to me is so crazy now because I can't even keep my eyes closed past 10. Like they're like moving around, like get me out of here.
What time do you guys go to bed now?
11:30.
I go to bed at 11, but now I'm exhausted at 10. I'm starting to go to bed at 10 now.
Oh God, that's horrible. I
Oh, it's
find
amazing.
myself when I try to
love
go
it.
to bed at like 11:30, I don't sleep as well as if I go to bed at, I mean, honestly, close to 2. I've been going to sleep close to 2 here, but again, that is 11 West Coast time.
If I let myself, like I get sleepy, and if I let myself get into the second wind, I won't go to bed until like 2. You know, so once I'm kind of winding down, I gotta like force it closed.
Right.
Wait, what?
I'll get a second wind if I'm up on my phone and I'm watching stuff and I'm feeling sleepy. I gotta shut it off and go to bed, or else I will get that second wind and then be up for
Like
too
you'll
long.
be overstimulated and you
I'll be
won't want to fall
overstimulated.
asleep. Yeah.
So
do your
won't-
partners go to bed at the same time you guys do?
No,
No.
Jared's always asleep like an hour and a half before me.
And opposite. Hunter's always asleep like an hour after.
Oh, really? Interesting.
He plays like
That's
Candy
so
Crush.
I find that, I mean, this is like the most scientific bullshit.
Sorry, Candy Crush is so old. People still play that.
Trust me.
You
Yes.
should get on that Word Life game. Did I introduce you to Word
I
Life?
have no idea.
Wait,
what
what's
that is.
Word
And you
Life?
play
Do
a
you learn
game?
it? Do you learn
There's
new
a
words?
game that I actually like on my phone. It's called. It was an ad. I had it as an ad, and so I downloaded it to get acquainted. And I was
Wait,
like,
do you learn new
"Holy
words, Ashley?
shit."
Because that's what I'm all about.
Yeah. You learn new words, especially when you get up the higher thing. But it's called Word Life. And
Can you regale us with a word you...
No, I don't know.
Come on.
I have no idea. No, I have not learned a word yet. But if you get up into the higher levels, you're supposed to like be learning words.
Got it.
But Lauren,
Ashley.
it's like a Wheel of Fortune.
Oh, that's fun.
On your,
that's
sort of
very
kind
fun.
of on your phone.
Okay.
Anyway,
that.
I'll show you later.
Love it.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. I mean,
This is all over the place.
This is the most obvious thing I've ever said in my life. But if I am on my phone before bed, like I won't get tired. Like I can scroll forever. But if I do read before bed, like I can read for a half an hour before my eyes get wiggly.
Right. That's why I put my owl.
Get wiggly.
Your eyes get what?
wiggly.
Wiggly? What does
You
that
know,
even mean?
they start like going in circles, or like I can't focus on the one line.
My eyes get wiggly. You know you're falling. First of all, my sleep has gotten so much better because I put my phone an hour away before bed. Put my phone away an hour before bed.
That's very good for you, but I don't
And
think I'm
I
ever going to do
read-
that.
I read the last hour and it's amazing because I've been wanting to read and I never read books and now I can. But you know when you read the same line like 5 times,
Yeah.
that's when I'm like, all right, it's
That's
time.
what I mean
Yeah,
by
exactly.
wiggly too. Exactly.
And then you rub your eyes, put your spectacles on the nightstand, and put your cap on.
You put your cap on.
Oh, that's so funny. Lauren, I know that we've made fun of Lauren for this a lot over the past like 4 years or whatever, but how like Lauren's never read a book.
Why would I do that?
Oh yeah, Lauren's never read a book. That was the
Like
funniest thing ever.
she's literally only read one book in her life, a fan fiction of Constantine.
We don't need to discuss it.
But I bring it up just because like
I would never pick up a book.
I know you wouldn't. It's unfortunate because there's a couple that like are really good that I think you would maybe like. But
It's so I've been thinking about you a lot randomly, Lauren, because I don't know if it's on Netflix or Apple TV, but whenever I have it up, there's like an old movie that pops up called Constantine, and I'm just like, it's just so random and specific.
Reeves,
yeah, that I always think of you.
So I think of myself too.
Yeah. Okay, wait. But the reason I brought that up is because I've been reading Midnight Sun, which is Edward's take on Twilight. So, did you read all the Twilight books, Naz?
No, you guys know this. I never did Twilight, Harry
Holy
Potter, or
fuck.
Hunger Games. I know, I'm such a loser.
Okay, now that you say this, I remember. So sorry for not remembering this huge detail of your life. I'm not even being sarcastic. The fact that you didn't fall into the Twilight trap.
None of the young adult stuff appealed to me at all.
She had taste.
But like, Lauren, you liked it just as, maybe not just as much.
I enjoyed the movie, but I wasn't into the books, obviously.
Lauren, we were all running
She
with
didn't
vampires. Wait,
Lauren didn't read.
Yeah, I probably didn't fall into it as hard because I can't read.
Well, it was like Maura, Lizzie, and I were all like in our like cult, in the cult, and then Lauren would always just like tag along. But anyway, okay, fine, never mind. I won't talk about Twilight with you guys.
No, it's fine.
I mean,
No, tell us about Midnight
story?
Sun. I'm sure
Yeah,
everyone
Midnight Sun.
listening knows.
Okay, well, obviously some of the books are split where it's like from Edward's perspective and Bella's perspective, but Twilight, the beginning of their story was just told by Bella's perspective, which really makes the most sense because you're going to want the girl's perspective when you're like looking at this stunning vampire. But I'm reading Edward's perspective now, and it's just funny that 12 years later, 10 years,
No.
Yep, almost 12 years later.
Yeah.
It's still the same story. Still gets to me. It's still good.
Does it still tingle like the parts of your heart that tingled back then?
Getting there, yeah. I mean, like,
Whoa!
right now
believe
he's
you're
just in
reading a book.
he's just in the blood smelling.
That is so crazy.
right.
Is he like her plain face?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
He's like, she's pretty, I guess. Like, she's okay
Oh,
looking.
wow.
Yeah, he's still in like that phase. But he's obsessed with the thought that he can't listen to her thoughts and that her blood smells amazing.
Wow!
But I do keep imagining
So
him in
sexy.
that science room scene,
Yeah.
with his hair looking amazing, and I'm just like really excited to rewatch
I never
the
really
movie.
found him attractive.
I did.
Yeah.
Did you not find Robert Pattinson attractive as a vampire?
I did, and I find him even more attractive now.
Interesting. I think he
As
peaked.
Batman?
Well, he's very attractive as Batman, but I think that he peaked as Edward for me with the hair. I just love that high, big hair.
I might just have a thing for Batman because I think whenever someone puts it on, except Ben Affleck, sorry, Jared.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ashley, too, because I am
Whoever-
on the Ben Affleck Batman train.
Well,
now.
Sorry.
you're marriage
Sorry.
obligated by marriage.
No, I'm not. I love Ben Affleck. You guys know it.
No,
Christian
I love
Bale will
Ben
never be
too,
beat.
but not as Batman. But whenever anyone puts that Batman suit on, I'm like, oh, so
I think Mom had a reaction.
Then you go like this.
yes. Oh my God, Lauren, that was so good.
That was really good. Lauren,
was
can you
so
be that?
good.
Oh my God, that would be so cool. Lauren being Batman.
Lauren,
I
that'd
don't
be
know.
amazing.
I thought that
bet
was
you.
really amazing. What
I bet you in 2024, a woman will be Batman.
Well, there's been Batwoman, isn't there?
Yeah, there is There's Batgirl. There's Catwoman. And there is Batwoman actually on the CW.
That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. Yeah. Well, okay, fine. So there's another story that gets you tingles, maybe not in your heart, but maybe somewhere else. Ooh. It's called Dipsy Stories, and they are a nice way to unwind after a long sesh of Zoom calls. If you're looking for some self-care ideas, listen to some Dipsy. So this is what it is. It's a full audio app full of short, sexy stories designed to turn you on. Each Dipsy story features characters that feel like real people, and they give you immersive scenarios so you feel like you're right there.
Yes, I am living proof that Dipsy works. because we are just so imaginative as humans, and like you would be shocked and surprised at how like listening to one of the stories on Dipsy can actually turn you on. And just like Ashley said, it's a great way to unwind. They also have stories on there to help you wind down for better sleep in general. And it just helps you get in touch with yourself for, you know, just some extra sweet dreams.
Or if you guys liked our last week's podcast where you hooked up with your teacher, they have stories on off-limits hookups.
Oh, look at that.
With your professor, or a costume party that takes things to the next level, or maybe a story where your partner tells you exactly what to do, or you try a new toy together. So many options on Dipsy.
And for listeners of the show, Dipsy's offering a 30-day free trial when you go to dipsystories.com/getit. That's a 30-day free trial when you go to DIPSEA stories.com/getit. Dipsystories.com/getit.
Just one more thing about that DC comic universe. I mean, can Batman and Wonder Woman just get together? Like, come on now. At least
You're hilarious.
At least in Star Wars, like we got that kiss. You know?
Love. Okay, that's the thing with
we
Justice
waited
League.
3 fucking movies
You said
for
Star Wars.
Yeah, I'm Star Wars.
That's the thing.
Because there's
that's the
sexual
thing with
tension
Justice League. I know.
between-
With Wonder Woman, it's nice because she has her own romantic storyline, but I do wish there was more romance in like DC stuff. You have
Yeah.
like Harley Quinn and Joker, but I agree it'd be nice if, but not. I would want to see Wonder Woman with Superman. Not
I mean, that
Batman.
makes more sense. But he's got Lois, guys.
Well, she has Chris Pine's character.
Yeah, I know, but Batman like has no real love interest. Even when
Of course he does.
no, even in the Christopher Nolan movies, he doesn't like. You don't feel real love between them. You like that's the girl he's dating.
Well, Bruce Wayne has real love interest.
I don't know about no.
Yeah, who is it? I gotta look it up.
No, see,
Bruce
you got to
Wayne
look it
love.
up. That's the whole thing. It's not.
I know
an
it's not
thing
as
in your
no,
head.
but I remember. Oh, Selena Kyle, the Dark.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah,
So Batman
he
was
should.
with Catwoman for a while.
Yeah, we don't know. I don't know about that, but I guess
How do you not know about that?
because
That's
I
like
never
the
saw.
only-
I never saw that one.
You should watch that.
Whoa, you have to watch that.
Yeah, but I like
good.
seeing Ben Affleck with Gal Gadot. That's the real thing. That's
So
just really
my
cool.
favorite Batman, I've told you guys this, I think I've told you, is George Clooney, who's notoriously like the worst Batman because those
I've never
movies are
seen
so
that
bad.
one.
The 90s, like Batman Begins and Batman Forever.
But
oh my
what
God,
about
those are the best.
Who was the first one? Kind of
And Robin
Michael
was so
Keaton.
hot.
Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton, yeah.
You didn't see the Michael
saw
Keaton
Michael
in
Keaton once.
Catwoman?
No, I didn't watch that one. That's the second one. No, I didn't see that from start to finish. I saw it on Christmas, like in the background.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Okay.
Oh, I
Well,
meant to say Batman and Robin. I don't know what I said before. That's
Batman
like one of my
Forever.
favorites. Do you guys remember who the guy who played Robin? I gotta look.
I
it
didn't
up.
see that one.
Chris O'Donnell.
Oh, Chris O'Donnell.
Oh my God, guys! Google Chris
I
O'Donnell
know what Chris
as
O'Donnell
Robin.
used to look like.
He was such a, and Alicia Silverstone was in that movie too.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It was so good. Chris O'Donnell, Robin.
Anyway, I know I'm like all over the place
All
and
over the
whatever,
place.
but I just like, but like I was talking about Star Wars for a second. Lauren hasn't
yes.
seen any of the new trilogy, and it really is worth it for the sexual tension with Adam Driver.
I mean,
Yeah,
okay.
Ben.
No,
Ben
it's-
Kenobi. I didn't. Yeah, that's my least favorite out of all the trilogies, but it's good. You guys got to watch The Mandalorian. Has Jared watched Mandalorian yet?
No, but he did watch WandaVision finally. He watched something.
Did you guys see Falcon and Winter Soldier?
No. Moving
Oh,
on.
it came out Friday. So good. Okay. All right. Another thing we wrote on. Fine. I'll nerd out on my own.
I got as nerdy as I could. All right.
Okay,
I have a good
I
one that we
respect.
I don't know that you and I came up with it, but it's a great. No, we didn't. We didn't. I came up with this on myself.
What?
By myself in the car. How do you decaffeinate coffee? How do they decaffeinate coffee?
Yeah. How is there decaf coffee? Like, is it, I guess caffeine, maybe they put caffeine in
They
coffee.
don't. No, that's the thing. No, the coffee.
There's just
bean
caffeinated
has
beans?
Caffeine is in the beans. That's a natural. That's what it naturally is produced with.
Well, that seems like a question for a scientist. I have no idea.
It's like you can't just like put it through a filter and be like, okay, caffeine's gone.
It's got to be in the machine. All I remember is working at Dunkin' Donuts. When people wanted decaf, I'd click the little orange button.
yeah.
Yeah. Decaf just decaf is the color orange in my head. That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Like, right?
That's so
Yeah,
funny.
but there's no such thing as decaffeinated espresso, right? Because like espresso just
there
is.
yeah.
So like if you're pregnant
is.
and you can't like have espresso because that's like it's like a lot. You can't have lattes because lattes are espresso with like foamy cream.
Can you have a decaf latte?
You can't have a decaf latte. Have you ever heard decaf latte before?
Wait,
Well,
I gotta
because
look
it's
this up.
espresso and steamed milk.
Yeah,
or,
so I guess not.
Or cappuccino. So I guess not.
So you could just have
Interesting.
decaf coffee.
Is there decaf espresso? I guess that is the question at hand.
I don't think so.
What's the new drink from Starbucks? The cinnamon
Dolce latte,
No,
which
no,
is
no,
so
no, no,
amazing.
No, fucking Christ,
Guys, I'm not into Starbucks anymore.
Lauren and I are really into it.
The
I think
iced- okay. The iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. This is the new drink. It's like getting sold out everywhere.
Let me see.
Wait, say it again. I missed
Iced
it.
brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso.
It's because oat milk
bro.
makes me shit my pants. Like
Oat milk is the best.
Okay,
Oat milk
so-
in anything is so fatty and good.
I went to Starbucks with Maura and she got a decaf version of this.
okay,
It's an espresso drink.
interesting.
Well, there you go. So there is.
So wait, see if that's an option on the thing.
It is. It is. That's how we ordered it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
So I don't
Someone
know.
please tell us in the Facebook group how
Starbucks
decaf is made.
barista or Dunkin' barista, tell us.
So
Actually,
Lauren,
that was like one of the best I don't get it's we've had in a while.
thank
That's
you.
a great I don't get it.
Lauren and I have been talking about coffee and how we like Dunkin' in the morning when we're just trying to get our coffee. But then if we want like an afternoon,
pick-me-up.
an afternoon, I wouldn't even call it a pick me up. I call it an afternoon cozy. Just like
Oh,
a
I
little
like
something that makes
cozy.
you go, ooh, this will
See,
get
for
me
me,
through
it's
my
a
day.
pick me up because it's like my second, tank of gas. So I like Dunkin' in the morning. I agree. If there was a Dunkin' near me, I would get it every morning. I think I was talking to my mom about this while she was here. And we actually both agreed on something, which was revolutionary. And we think that Starbucks, the quality of their coffee has gotten worse and worse over time. My mom's like, I go there and it's like water.
Well,
and I
it's
go to
because
Dunkin'.
you just can't
Oh.
get straight coffee there. You cannot do
I
it. It's
remembered.
gross.
I remembered what started this debate. My mom is under the impression that Starbucks coffee is cold. She's like, it's cold, and I want it to be hot. And when you get coffee at Dunkin' Donuts, it is burning hot.
It's always hotter.
and that
at
is how
Dunkin', that's
coffee
true.
should be,
It's
according to my
hotter.
mother.
It really is.
Right?
Because
She
I
thinks
think-
Starbucks is cold.
But maybe it's because most of the Starbucks drinks we have are like lattes and like fluffy drinks
you
like
can
that.
ask
So
for
you,
extra
Yeah, but you
hot.
can get regular coffee at Starbucks.
yeah, I know, but like gross.
I like
Real
to
gross.
have, yeah. So I like Nespresso as my pick me up. In the middle of the
So
day.
I don't really ever need the energy from it. I just like I don't feel like any different really before or after coffee.
I just need a delicious taste on
It's a
my
delicious
taste buds.
taste.
I agree.
And
I
it's a
don't think I
cozy.
need it either, but it is a cozy. It's like the placebo effect for me. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I need this, and
Yeah.
yum, I'm
It's
awake now. But yes, I'm already
comforting.
awake.
For me, I call it a cozy because it's like your comforting drink throughout the day, and it's also like a nice little reward if you had to do some work that you didn't really want to do, and then like you reward yourself.
or if you have to sit down and get serious about something where you're like, I have to study or I have to really
Yeah.
work on this Excel sheet or whatever. It's like, let me make a cup of coffee. It'll help me out. But also, I realized when my parents here, you guys, my parents drink coffee like 4 times a day.
Yeah, parents drink a lot of coffee.
Parents drink so much coffee. Like my mom would make dinner and then she'd make coffee. And then we had coffee like twice earlier in the day. And I'm like, this is why I love coffee. I think it's definitely a Dominican thing.
And maybe are they using your Nespresso?
No, my mom brought. My mom
brought her
travels with
own
her own
coffee
coffee maker, and
maker.
she travels with her own coffee. So she bought Cafe Bustelo, which is like her favorite, and she has a bag, and she left it here, and she left her coffee maker here. And I was like, "Mom, pack this." She goes, "No, keep it here for next time I come," because she doesn't like any of
She'll
my
keep
coffee.
one in every relative's house.
She travels with her own coffee.
That's crazy. It's like a
hilarious.
glass thing.
I actually think it's genius because when you go places, when you travel, you can't guarantee there's going to be good coffee anywhere.
100%. I agree.
So she always has like her amazing coffee. But yeah, it's this old like cafetera. I don't know what it's called. I could put it on my Instagram, but it's like what a lot of Latin American people use to like make coffee. And she makes it on the stove.
Mr. Coffee.
She makes it on
no.
the stove.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. It's
One more thing, guys,
So
to
good.
say about
coffee.
I know. I don't. Ever since I've been on this sugar journey, because you guys, blah blah blah. I had to like cut down on my sugar intake because my acne, right? So like over the summer, I started like I've never been somebody who's like, oh, dessert's bad for you, sugar's bad for you, blah 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 blah. I'm like, it's all about calories, right? That's what I've always been like in my head. It's always about counting calories, not about counting sugar. Well, I started counting sugar over the summer and looking at the content and everything, which is when I started making fun of Jared for literally having like 3 times the amount of sugar he should have all day, every day. And then I started,
Guys eat like shit.
So does Lauren.
so does Lauren. So Starbucks drinks, like just the cinnamon dolce latte, the one that I'm really into right now.
Yeah.
If I got it as it comes, it would be twice the amount of my daily sugar in just one grande cup. Twice the amount.
Okay.
I can't have any other sugar for the rest of the day. Supposedly,
I don't know why I just acted
because I've already done
surprised. I know
double.
that.
And then Lauren gets the apple cider, something,
Caramel apple cider.
and that is almost 3 times in a grande
But
cup.
let me tell you this. I drink
tall cup.
Coca-Cola Classic, the delicious
That's
kind.
75% of your daily sugar.
How much am I supposed to have?
You're supposed to
you
have
go.
about 20. You're supposed to have like 26. You can have 26.
I think there's 32 grams of sugar in a can of Coke.
Really?
Yeah, there you go.
So
It
I'm
says-
already doing it every day, no matter what.
Wow. So
Well,
it
there you
says
go.
on Coke's thing that it's 75% of your daily intake, but maybe they're going off of like a heavier
Okay.
man.
Well,
Anyway,
off
boring
of
stuff,
beverages, I have one that I was thinking about today. Whenever I don't mesh with someone super well, but I have to be talking to them, I tend to act dumb. Like in order to make a conversation, I'm like,
I totally
how
understand
does
what you're
that,
talking about.
like, how does that even work? How do you even take a picture?
Like you dumb yourself
I dumb myself down so
in
we have
order to make
something-
conversation.
something for
Yeah.
them to explain to me, so we have something to talk about, even though I obviously could figure this shit out on my own.
Interesting. When did you notice this?
Yesterday.
Why? Why? What happened?
I can't talk about it.
I understand.
man.
I understand completely, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, could you help me with this? It's like, I don't need your fucking help, but like at least we have something to talk about.
You know what I notice? My voice gets really like it gets deeper in monotone.
Yeah.
If I'm not driving with somebody.
Oh,
Like I have
interesting.
to like hype up the energy in my voice.
What? That makes no sense.
Interesting.
You sound opposite.
No, like I don't know. No.
So you sound monotone when you are enjoying a conversation?
No. When I'm not enjoying a conversation.
But when you're enjoying a conversation, you're more
I
inflections?
have more inflection.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's
so
more inflection.
with that, like with people who I don't drive with, I
You
find
turn
myself.
into Kourtney Kardashian, basically.
But I try. Like I find myself using more energy to like try to get up to where I normally would be.
Right.
Oh, okay,
Interesting. I've noticed that this guy I'm dating that I don't speak in my normal voice all the time. And I don't know if that's normal when
No
you first start dating
way.
someone. But my voice is like higher and then I'm like, Naz, what are you doing? Like, this isn't who
And then you go down and you
are.
overcompensate.
Wait, can you-
Yeah, and then it's so weird.
Can you do an example for us?
I wish I could. Okay, let me think. I don't know. I definitely get it's so annoying. I like hate that I do it, but I definitely get like babyish.
Uh-huh.
I don't
But
know how to
that's kinda
describe
fun.
it. Like it's not babyish. I guess the word would be stereotypically more girly because you guys
Yeah.
know I'm not, and
Yeah.
I think I should not do that. And I'm trying to stop doing that. It just happens.
No, I get it, but
I don't
also
know why.
when I'm nervous, my voice will go down. Does yours go down when you're nervous?
I think so.
I think I'm also more monotone and deeper when I'm nervous.
yeah. I'm definitely more monotone.
When you guys are nervous.
Yeah.
When I'm talking to someone I'm not driving with, I feel like I put on sort of like, like our TV
Yeah.
for, energy. And I like try and ask a lot of questions to find
That's what I do. I
commonality.
just ask
But
a shit ton of
inside,
questions.
I'm so bored.
I'm so fucking bored.
But yeah, yeah.
When you're
Asking a
talking
lot
to
of
someone you just have
questions is
nothing
good.
in common with.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And my second one
Yeah.
was, have you guys
That's
ever
a
just-
great observation, Lauren.
Thank you. Driving thoughts. Have you ever Googled your name and just see what the second things are? Like
Well,
this,
yeah.
what is like the first question?
I don't know. I'm scared.
Wait, I'm going to Google
Yeah,
Lauren
that's what I wanted
Iaconetti
you
right
guys
now.
to do. No, Ned, have you done it to yourself?
No, I'm doing you. I don't want to do myself.
No, I'm going to do Nas.
Okay, Lauren Iconetti. Let's see. It's your Ashley Iconetti had a love at first sight moment. Ashley's sister, Lauren Iconetti, briefly joined the paradise.
No, you just type in your name and let Google fill in the rest.
Oh, that thing.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh, I see. Okay, so Lauren
Parents
Iconetti.
DJ Iconetti comes up.
It
That's
says
hilarious.
Lauren Iconetti, Bachelor in Paradise, Lauren Iconetti age, Lauren Iconetti Reddit, Lauren Iconetti married. Ooh, married. People are
Nas,
wondering
yours
if you
is
are married.
Nas Perez birthday, Nas Perez age, Nas Perez boyfriend.
So funny. First of all, for the record, my birthday is not March 25th, as the internet thinks it is. It is March 24th. So please send all your gifts to me the day before.
That's funny.
What's
What's Ashley's?
Is this it?
No, just go like that and then wedding.
Oh, Ashley Iconetti wedding, Ashley Iconetti Instagram,
Okay.
and Ashley Iconetti Jared and Jared Haben.
Okay.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
All right.
They were all pretty basic.
Pretty basic.
Okay.
Damn, I kind of wanted something better.
I know.
Let me try on my computer. Oh, yeah. Same thing. Interesting.
Okay, guys. We recently discovered that McDonald's no longer does all-day breakfast. What the fuck?
Yes.
Yes.
You discovered this, Ashley. When
What?
did this happen?
The hell? It happened. Of course, we were in the drive-thru.
Guys, we are so ridiculous as humans. We are literally like, so a recent discovery
announcement.
made.
I know.
What is going on? What is going on? We must discuss this important topic of current events happening in the world at this moment.
All right. So it was my birthday, and I was treating myself to a midday McDonald's meal.
After her IHOP pancake.
I'm not even kidding you. After my IHOP
breakfast for your
pancakes.
next meal.
Well, I didn't have. I just had pancakes for breakfast. I didn't have like the
Yeah,
additions.
but you
Heaven
wanted
forbid.
breakfast again?
Yes, I did. So we go through the drive-through. Didn't have. They're like, yeah, we don't serve that right now. And I was like, what? And Jared is like, you don't have all-day breakfast? And they're like, no. So I look it up. Apparently, it ended a year ago, which will make people be like, oh wow, Ashley, this is really going to affect your life. You didn't realize for a whole year.
Well, neither did. Well, first of all, we didn't leave the house for a year.
yeah.
So that's why McDonald's did that, because no one wanted breakfast all day because it was a pandemic.
Maybe. And I'm like, okay, but there's something that sometimes you just need that Egg McMuffin in the middle of the day, especially if you're hungover. Come on now. Not that I'm hungover very much. I can't remember the last time I was, but then I don't know. Why not just keep the Egg McMuffin on the menu all day? I mean, I understand not needing pancakes on the menu and like all that other stuff, but like keep the sausage Egg McMuffin and the regular Egg McMuffin, like maybe a biscuit on the menu all day.
Now,
I mean, that shit should
this-
definitely. Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry,
Lauren.
I discovered this a while ago,
Oh,
but I thought it was just my McDonald's.
That's what we thought. I thought it was
Okay.
maybe just that McDonald's too. Apparently, there are certain participating McDonald's for really far and few between that will
God.
still serve breakfast all
The most
day.
popular
I hope it's the
ones.
Florida ones, probably.
Probably.
But Lauren,
At the bare minimum, the sausage McGriddle and the Egg McMuffin should be on a late night menu. At the bare minimum, because you're gonna want that after 8 p.m. 1,000%.
yeah, okay, Lauren, when did you discover this?
I don't know, a couple months
Was
ago.
it disappointing as it was for
Yeah,
me?
because I'm like, it was like a time, it was like maybe 11:30.
11:30, yeah.
And I'm like, okay, yeah, breakfast time. And then I was like, what do I order now? And like, there's nothing I don't want
11
lunch
o'clock
now.
is a bad time for McDonald's
so I was like,
to switch
just give
over.
me 4
It's
nuggets
worse.
and I'll figure something else out.
11 is the worst to end breakfast too. It's like noon should end breakfast.
Absolutely.
At 11, you still want breakfast at 11. It's an AM time. It
Yeah.
says AM, 11 AM.
Nobody wants
Anyways,
McDonald's cheeseburgers at that time. No. And
Do you guys know what I really miss?
what?
The buttermilk chicken tenders. Remember when those came out and we all
Well,
went
they
and
were
got
they were
them?
good, but there's still no nuggets to me.
No, they're better than the nuggets.
I like-
No,
Ash.
I
I
like the
like
nuggets
better.
more. I'm having
Oh,
a moment
guys, it
with
was
the
so
nuggets.
juicy and tender and buttermilky.
You gotta get 10. Where did I get the tenders from? They were so fucking good.
Raising Cane's.
Yeah, I mean those are good too. Where did I get the tenders from? I guess they're Chick-fil-A tenders. I don't know.
Popeyes?
Popeye spicy.
Popeyes has nuggets now
Yeah.
or something, or tenders.
Oh,
or
they
something.
do?
I
gotta
guess
go.
have they
My mom
always
really
had
wanted-
them?
tenders?
Yeah.
They have popcorn chicken.
Okay.
All right.
My other I don't get it on my list that really concludes my list of I don't get it so far.
I have 2 more.
Oh, great. But mine is Kristen Stewart playing Princess Diana, which I should have brought up earlier in the podcast when we were talking about Kristen Stewart. I know that we've talked about this. Have we talked about this before? It's like, first, this was a whole I don't get it, right? The ultimate I don't get it.
Yeah.
We were all proven wrong with that when
And then
first
that
photo
picture came out, and then we were like, oh, we do get it. And then another picture came out, and I was like, I don't know if I get it again.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm on board now.
Have you seen the more updated
No,
one?
I haven't. I haven't
She's
seen
like
the
in
one you're
Converses.
discussing.
It's less about what she looks like, more about her acting.
Yeah, I mean, like, how can
Well,
she
yeah.
possibly pull this off? You watch The Crown, right?
I'm obsessed with The Crown, but I think the big thing with playing a public figure is you do have to look like them, or it's going to take you out of the story. For me personally, at least, they have to look a little bit like them,
Well,
and so
Princess
that was
Diana
my
in The
main
Crown.
concern.
Princess Diana in The
It's
Crown
spot
looks
on.
great.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Emma Corrin, you guys, her story's so cool. She was basically working in retail. And then she got a job on this show called Pennyworth, which is like a Batman spinoff show. And then this was like her second big thing. And
She's
her mom,
amazing.
she looks just like her, but her mom would always get stopped and would be told that she was Princess Diana.
Oh, that's cool.
Or looked like Princess Diana, but she never thought herself that she looked like her until she put on like, all the wardrobe.
Interesting.
I guess I
She
should
was
watch
so
The
good.
Crown.
Oh, well.
You guys
I
gotta
just
at
had
least
mom-
watch season
What do you
4.
mean?
It's incredible.
I just watched it.
No, but Lauren.
Did you tell her, or are you just being mean?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
you
I was
never
just,
told
but
me
I
you
know, but the way I
watched it.
just said it, I was like, I watched The Crown. I mean, whatever. You know what I mean?
It's
the
so
girl,
good.
she did such a great job.
Yeah. Margaret Thatcher, though, is why you should be watching. She's
I live
unbelievable.
for the Diana and Charles stuff. I'm rewatching it with my mom, the 4th season with my mom, because I love it so much.
Also, okay, quick
But-
shout out to Josh O'Connor for making Prince Charles like attractive.
But why, right?
He's
but
so
how?
hot as him. I don't know why.
I think he doesn't have an attractive personality. He's not even like that good. He's not good looking, but
He's
for
just
some
a
reason
good whiner.
there's something about him in that show that like I could get it. I could get why Diana would want to be with him. But
Yeah,
in real
that's
life,
not real.
I don't get it, except for the fact that he's, the heir to the throne.
His on-screen charisma.
That maybe it having a little something to
It
do
probably
with it.
had something to do with it. Wait, so Kristen Stewart though, like, how is she going to act? You guys, she's not going to be able to do this.
I think. Well, we have to watch first. We can't just decide.
I don't know. It's kind of at least it all takes place like during a day.
Oh, it does.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
It's called Spectre, right?
Spencer. That's her
Spencer.
maiden name.
That's what. Okay. Why do you think I'm thinking of like. I'm thinking of like 007 in my head or something.
Yeah, don't know. Yeah, don't know.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Naz, what are your next 2?
Okay, so Ashley, we wrote this down because of Jared. I want Lauren's reaction first.
Okay.
Drawstring backpacks,
Oh,
especially on grown men.
douche magoosh.
Why? Drawstring backpacks, it's literally like a piece of paper held by rope. Why would you put your belongings
It's
in
like a
that? It's not
college-
comfortable
I'm-
on your shoulders.
I'm imagining a college or high school kid leaving their weightlifting class.
Yeah. I'm imagining middle school, all the guys had it to their butt, and like the textbook, it would fit
Yeah.
one textbook and it would just like slap their butt
So,
as they were
yeah.
walking.
Not cute. Not cute. Ashley, you hate them?
I don't care. That's one of the things that's like whatever.
I
There
think
needs
they
to be a
look
better
so-
alternative for the guys to put their shit in.
That's what I'm saying. Just get a real backpack.
Yeah, or
Get
a real backpack.
Herschel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he has a real Herschel. He loves his Herschel.
I know, but
Like he
I
wanted
just
to
don't
wear his
get one.
rock. He wanted to wear his rock sneakers in the drawstring bag. No, so when he brought the rock sneakers that he loves so much,
Yes.
they gave him, instead of a regular shopping bag, they gave him a drawstring shopping
Was
bag.
it plastic?
Yeah.
Oh.
So he put it on his back.
God. It's plastic.
That's what I mean.
It's a grocery bag. Just because it has different strings doesn't make it cool.
Lauren, exactly. Is a grocery bag as a backpack. It's like just wear a backpack.
That's an also you throw that out, or reuse it for the grocery store if you want.
Exactly. Exactly.
I thought it
man.
funny.
So
If it was made out of like a fucking cotton, I would understand. Yeah.
But then he always
Drawstring
does. I
bag.
guess he brings his drawstring back to the gym or
Yeah.
to the
Jared wears his
park.
all the time. All
Yeah,
the
you're
time.
right. He doesn't just wear the plastic bag.
He better have thrown that out by now.
No, he put it on the hook. He put it on the hook behind the door, like as if it was a new bag.
Honestly, I think that's fucking adorable.
Yeah, it is
It
cute.
really is.
So,
It's so cute.
I mean, I
It
will
is.
still roast him, but that is cute.
It is
Well,
really
yeah, I
cute.
think it's all so cute.
Very
Okay,
endearing.
he does
Last-
do a lot of
But
endearing
I've
things
had
a lot.
Yeah, I like if I go to like Champs or whatever, they give me the same bag. It's not special because he bought the rock shoes.
Right, exactly.
No, but he just loves his rock shoes. He's just like obsessed with the
so
rock.
cute.
Adorable.
He is very endearing in lots of ways.
So adorable.
So endearing.
Is Hunter endearing at all?
No. I would not think. I don't think his qualities are endearing.
That's hilarious. Okay, guys, last I don't get it. Ashley, darts.
Yeah, darts. So we were talking about this the other day.
What about
like?
them?
I mean, first off, do they ever
The
really
game
stick
is-
into the thing when you
The
throw
game
them?
is so hard. First of all, it's so dangerous to be throwing needles in a bar where there are patrons.
Yeah.
It gives me anxiety when people are like, want to play darts. I'm like, no, I don't want to die. It's just very scary and it's weird and it's hard and I'm very intimidated by darts. That's really what it is.
I think it's kind of fun.
When was the last time you played it? I don't think I ever have.
Hunter has a dartboard in his basement, and all of his friends play darts.
Of course he
Oh,
does.
Of course,
Really?
'cause he's a bro.
frat boy.
A frat star that's never been in a frat, but yeah, they have like chalk and they mark who gets what points.
Really?
Wait, Lauren, Hunter's never been in a fraternity?
No,
Wait, when's Hunter's birthday?
June 16th.
I want to get him a present. I want to get him like a frat, like 3 letters. That's like L
Oh my
A
God.
I or
Oh my
something
God.
like the Lauren
That's
Iconetti fraternity.
hilarious.
And like
Please
just
do
get him.
not. I don't
Yes,
need
we're gonna
that.
get him a frat shirt.
Oh
That's
no,
so funny.
I don't need
That'd be
anything
hilarious.
else fratty.
That'd be so funny.
He. I can't believe he's older than you.
6 months older.
6 months. His birthday's in June.
June, July, August, September. Okay, 4. So sorry.
Just because you're so old for your grade that like it's interesting that you found somebody in your grade that was older than you.
I think he repeated a grade.
Oh.
Maybe.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Well, that was our I don't get it for this week.
There's a lot of I don't get it's in there, and it was sloppy. Oh well.
Sorry, it
it
was
was
out of
a-
order.
I thought it was a sloppy, solid ramble. You guys let us know your thoughts, though, in the Facebook group and follow us on Instagram at I Don't Get It Podcast.
Bye, guys.
Goodbye.
Bye.
If you want to be the most interesting person at the cocktail party, well, hop on over and listen to the Brain Candy podcast.
Our award-winning content will have you laughing while you're learning.
We read all the best articles, books, and studies and keep up with new TV shows, documentaries, and pop culture. And then we cram it all into 2 shows a week.
Conspiracy theories, cannibal rabbits, unsolved mysteries, the history of the Walkman. There's something for everyone.
The Brain Candy podcast. Find our link in the show notes.
Or simply search for the Brain Candy Podcast on your podcast app.
I don't get it.
Podcast.